You know, what I have really had to start asking myself is, what is done? I mean, really, what is done? Because I have to say, of most of the paintings hanging on my wall, there are there is a small percentage in which I would say these are absolutely 100% done. Because I've had way too much experience with thinking something was done, leave it hanging on my wall, and then I walk in one day and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I know exactly what that needs." And I add something to it and it transforms and now it's done. So maybe they're never done. Maybe they're never done. Maybe you just decide when you're going to stop on a piece. If you're a representational painter, let's say that you paint highly representational paintings and you love being able to, let's say, look at a photograph and with paint create something that literally looks like the real thing. You have a much better marker of knowing when you're done. But
Mhm.
when you're just trying to create something abstract, you don't have a template for what you're going for. And part of the fun of it is creating sort of on the spot and trying to rein in all of these different elements and things interacting together into something that harmonizes and is pleasing in some sort of way. There's no there's no qualifying what done is in that scenario. But if you start defining done as a feeling, like, what do I want to feel like when I look at this painting and it's done? If you can really think about that and don't use simple words, try to give yourself a sophisticated answer to that. How do I want to feel when I look at this painting and it's done? What does that mean? Then you have something to go on. Try to just keep working with it in that non-specific place until you see something start to coalesce on its own. That may be the experience or the that may be the marker. If your objective is to try to keep staying in a non-specific place until it begins to emerge on its own, then when you feel like you've tried to strong arm that process, even without meaning to, try to disrupt that and see if it can come back around. I am a big believer in not declaring, just putting things either away if that's more helpful, or for me, I like to hang them out where I can see them and just let them sit there until they speak to you. Let them say something to you, like what they need. Or you may come in one day and go, see it with all new eyes and go, I love that. I love it. It took me a while because it was so out of my norm. But now I'm used to looking at it and I love it. So giving yourself that time, I think, is really, really important.